There is a certain video that I would like for everyone who calls himself an incel to watch, and I think it would be therapeutic to see it. It would be useful for you to see it or to watch it. Not just so-called incels or people who embrace the label of incel, but really any man who is self-respecting and or who wishes to be self-respecting, who ought to be self-respecting, which is all men. All men should be self-respecting, except the men who are bad men who do bad things. They shouldn't be self-respecting. So no, never mind that particular aspect of the demo that I'm talking about. But I want to recommend to everybody this particular video by Human. He is one of the more thoughtful of the MGTOW YouTuber content creator people. At least he is in recent months. I think maybe a couple of years ago he was still doing things where he would do like silly voices, where he was imitating a female voice, in a high-pitched way, and having her be, represent some kind of straw man or straw woman, as the case might be, argument, and then he would just blast it to shreds, and that was a little silly and not really as high quality. But in recent months, if you go to this man's channel, Human, he's got many very thoughtful videos where he ruminates, with a great deal of depth about various things, various issues. And it's not just the kind of smug or reactive kind of stuff that you often find, not always, but often find with MGTOW content creators. In this one particular video, Human talks about the whole notion of a man seeing sex in a particular way, seeing sex as something that he is somehow awarded if he does the right tricks, if he's a good dog and does his rolling over trick, then he gets his bone, and that bone is sex. And he talks about this whole notion and just explodes it and says we should not have this kind of attitude. We should not have this kind of perspective that, in fact, sex is, he calls it a dance. But it's something that both those, each person who partakes in it, the man and the woman, gets something out of. It's not just a gift, a toy that is dangled in front of a man to get him to do things and to get him to have this kind of attitude of, well, this is what she brings to the table. She agrees to have sex with me if I do this, that, and the other thing. There really is this kind of tendency to put sex on a pedestal and to promote it as if somehow it were just some unique good in and of itself, but only something that's good in the sense that it's something that is used the way that, again, a special treat, a milk bone is used to entice a dog to do this, that, or the other thing. And that many men still have that kind of mentality, where they see sex in this particular way. And I think that incels in particular see it in that way. They see, like, why won't somebody just have sex with me? It's like this whole notion that this is a prize that has been withdrawn from them. And I guess I've talked about this before. I've written about this before in my own way, especially in part 3 of A Final Solution to the Incel Problem. The Master Monk speaks. We have to learn to not be slaves to our baser instincts. We have to learn not to be slaves to our desire to be validated. And the dispensing, the giving of sex, if you want to, the bestowal of sex is is seen as somehow validating to men. And those who call themselves incels see themselves as being invalidated or rendered invalid in some way because they're not getting it. I guess I will try to link back to a prior video I made which went under the title "It's Okay to Die a Virgin." And I find that that's one that people come back to, that I get comments on, from time to time. I guess the title is sort of grabby in its way. It's kind of clickbaitish. But I do think that what I'm saying here and what I said in that video and what Human says in his video, which I'm also linking below, this is the video that all incels should see. We have to have self-respect. We can't just be like ravening dogs going after a bone, willing to do tricks to get that bone, right? That's just not one thing that doesn't sound right. If we're talking, if the metaphor is for sex, getting that bone, if you're a man, doesn't sound right, does it? And I think you should maybe take that to heart. Anyway, I am going to include a link to Human's video as well as to my video, It's Okay to Die a Virgin, below, and I will let the chips fall where they may. Thanks for watching. My name's Andy Nowicki. Check out my work at altrightnovelist.com.